Today I'm gonna give a tutorial of animation assist in Procreate. So for this, what I already have is a picture of Newton and a tree. This I have already created. I have an apple and a leaf. What I'm gonna try now is, if you go to the setting option, you go to canvas, click on animation assist. So this is how your we get some options of playing it. Currently I just have one frame. Let's go to settings. What are the things I can change here is okay, I'll go to these settings later. Let me uh, start an animation maybe. So I'll create a, what do I want to do? So I want the apple to fall, sorry, I want the apple to fall here, and after that I want it to go like this, and I also want a leaf to come out from here and maybe follow a path like this. So let's start with my first layer of animation. At this what the thing you can do in Procreate is you can go here, select it as foreground. So this frame will always be on top, and now we'll start doing our animation. So what we have to do is, I'm gonna, actually I don't need this layer, I have already created an apple. So I'm going to duplicate this here, enable this, come here, I'm going to make it a little smaller. Okay, this should be here. Now I'm going to just duplicate this. So this is my current frame, this is my second frame. In my second frame I have to move it little down, right? In my third frame this is gonna come little more down. Now I'm gonna go to the settings. So if I change it to 1, see, this is number of frames I want before the current frame. So if I want 1 frame before the current frame, I can change 1, 2, 3. At least I need 4. This is the opacity of the previous frame. And the best thing I feel is the secondary color, secondary frames. So what it does, my secondary frames, which is not the current frames, will change to a different color so that I can identify which one is my current frame. These are the things I prefer. And now I'm gonna just keep on duplicating stuff and then move it down. So now as apple is falling, it'll pick up some pace, so I have to bring it more and more. This is how it finally looks. I'll try to explain what are the features we have in settings. We have something called frames per second. This decides the speed at which you want to run your animation. I have onion skin frames. So what it does is, if I set the value to 5, I'll be able to see 5 frames after the current frame and 5 frames before the current frame. And I have onion skin opacity, so this is the opacity of all the other frame which are like apart from my current frame. So if I change it to 4%, I won't be able to see my previous frames. If I usually keep it at around 60 so that I can see it half. This is the best thing I like. Color secondary frame. What it does is, currently if you go here and see, all the frames, even the previous frame is in the same color. It's very hard to distinguish which one is my current frame. So if I have to move maybe this leaf to somewhere else, so like this is my current frame, right? And if I or maybe I'll go here, so this is my current frame, which is somewhere here. And now if I have to move it, I don't know where exactly I have to move this leaf, because there is no reference to the previous frame, right? So what I do is I go to settings, change the color of all the other frames, the previous frame, to a different color. So now I can actually see which one was my previous frame and which is my current frame. So it's easy to animate when you enable this option, which I have already explained. uh, Apart from that, you can always click on a particular frame, make it as a, you can also select a whole duration, how many frames you want. So if you see in the background, it is creating those many frames. So if I want to pause at a particular frame for maybe a 3 or 4 times the other frame, then I can select this whole duration. One means nothing or none means nothing. What else I can do is, as you have already seen, this I have set it as my background, because let's say if I play this video, so I'll only be able to see the leaf and the apple. So I have to copy my background to every frame. Instead of that, I have an option of selecting it as background. We are done with today's tutorial. Please like, subscribe and share.